These people were given their very own title, Imagineers, and today they're still dreaming up new and exciting experiences. Steve Davison is the chief Imagineer behind a brand new animated show for the celebrations.
Are we ready?
And over the past 2 years, has assembled a team to make the event come to life.
I'm always terrified when we start a project because you really have to come up with something new and unique. For all shows, especially for me, it starts with the story. It's what really Disney is all about, you know, starting with kind of a seed of an idea and growing from that, and then having technology and everything build on to tell that story.
Well, because our park is in Europe, we were very, very interested in incorporating as much European flavour for our guests as we could. We have Lumière from Beauty and the Beast, we have Peter Pan and Wendy from London, and we have Quasimodo from Notre Dame, which of course is right in the centre of Paris.
I think what makes the project really fun is that you really get to play in a giant sandbox, that we get to use state-of-the-art technology and start to blend it and mix it. Well, initially we started off with a lot of different story approaches. And as we started to develop them, we really kind of started to jump into the idea of going with Peter Pan and using Peter Pan as kind of an anchor for a show.
With the project in development for so long, their plans for the celebrations have been a closely guarded secret. Until now. So for our celebrations this year, we've decided to present a new parade and a brand new nighttime spectacular. The challenge is huge, which is why, you know, we've called on a huge specialist team. We are literally going to transform the castle.
When we start developing a show, we always start with the story and the characters and the journeys that we're going to go on. But then we cycle right into the music, because the music really is the heart of everything that we're doing.
The music used in the new animated show was recorded in London at the world-famous Abbey Road Studios.
Well, music is the narrative of the show. Music, in a way, drives the story.
Joe has a challenging job combining classical Disney music with a new original music for the show.
We use many iconic Disney songs. Some great songs like Be Our Guest, I Want to Be Like You from The Jungle Book, See the Light from Tangled.
Joe has to deal with Disney classical songs in French and English too, and to give to this music a modern color.
It's a little bit of a daunting task because you don't want to do any harm. What a lot of people don't realize, much of this music for Disney is very difficult. Has lots of notes and scampering around like the characters.
When we start with the music and we start with animation, they work in tandem because we really have to get the sense of the music to work exactly with what we've animated. The orchestra basically is facing the conductor the whole time, and the conductor is watching a screen, and he is actually conducting, so we can actually keep in sync and keep locked in with the show. Sometimes we would have full animation up on the screens to conduct to. Sometimes it would just be little pencil sketches and wireframes. So it's really kind of an art to understand what you're looking at and to conduct to it.
Disney Dreams is a voyage into the world of classic Disney films through the eyes of Peter Pan's shadow. He will take us on his journey into romance, into adventure, into mischief, into the evil worlds of the villains, and we finish with this spectacular, huge finale.
It's insane how much equipment we have to make the magic. But what I really strive for is not to let you see that. Everything you see is massive technology and massive computers, you know, crunching data to make this show happen. But what you're seeing, you'll never, ever understand that. But it really takes a mountain, really, of machinery to make this work.
The tools we're using for this project are big fountains, huge flamethrowers, custom fireworks, and we're using video projection onto the castle. It's never been done before on this scale.
What's great about the show is we actually have our whole control setup, kind of our mission control right on Main Street, and you would never know it. It just looks like this beautiful outcropping outside of the castle with this fun little building, but when it opens up at night, it actually contains all the technology for the show that actually drives the whole experience.
With all the key Imagineers and technicians huddled inside, the show can be programmed, rehearsed and controlled within sight of the castle. But how does it all work?
The big set piece for the show is actually the castle. When you look at the castle, we've actually video mapped it, which means we've come in with lasers and we've identified every surface that will transform it in front of your eye.
We do that with a number of different projectors that are all controlled by video servers. And inside that video server is a very, very complicated 3D model that was created by laser scanning the castle, and then all of our artists draw on top of that model in 3D. And so that's where we're allowed to take the Quasimodo character, for example, and swing him around the different turrets of the castle, and it looks as though he's swinging around there in real life as a three-dimensional object.
What's cool is when you get the mapping done and you start to develop media, we can make the castle shrink, we can make it disappear, we can make it collapse, we can literally transform it in front of your eye. We can make turrets flip upside down, and it's like visual magic. Water screens are basically just beautiful kind of half circles of water, and then we're projecting characters on those. So we get a really cool multi-plane effect in a way we've never done before, where we're front projecting and then back projecting at the same time, kind of creating this illusion of characters on surfaces that they're not.
The moat is not huge. It doesn't have a huge amount of water in it, so there was a lot of technical studies that needed to be done. We had to empty the moat, dig right down to see how we could use the water that we had and how the pump would re-pump into the moat.
The animation really comes from two areas. One, new animation that we've done custom for the show, as well as using some existing animation from a lot of the movies that people have known and loved for years. We had a very talented group of animators doing characters like Peter Pan and Captain Hook, and we animated them so that they're actually projected on the water screens, interacting, as well as on the castle itself. I'm really pleased with how the animations turned out. The animation integrates into this show along with the pyrotechnics, plays along with the music, the lasers, the fountains, and it really creates a spectacular experience.
Only a few hours to go before the opening of the nighttime spectacular, last-minute preparations are taking place. A purple carpet is being rolled out. Fountains are being installed. But Steve and his team have found last-minute problems with the projectors.
There's a big blue square that appears in the middle of Jungle Book, which I've never seen.
With so little time, they can make no mistakes.
For me, I think the most nervous thing is that all the technology will talk to each other.
We need to look at fog, because the fog system's being temperamental at the end, and I don't know if it's wind or if it's just stuck.
My biggest fear is coming up against something that happens that we haven't thought of. Something's not working as it should be, and we didn't think about the contingency for it.
There's a lot of technology coming together here, and sometimes things don't come together as we expect.
With the arrival of the world's media, Steve has to leave it within the hands of his team. The show has drawn attention from all over the world, including some familiar faces.
It's still a dream to be here. It's very, very exciting.
I mean, I think it's going to be fireworks and laser and smoke and music.
I don't really know what to expect. I'm very excited.
There's something about the way they use music when they put it together in those spectacular shows and you're outside seeing it that is always very moving and very memorable.
As the audience make their way to the castle, Steve, Katy and Chuck prepare for the show to be seen for the very first time.
Waiting for the show to step off, I'm going to be like a nervous wreck.
Break a leg, everybody. I'm actually very excited. I want to show it to the world and have them be as excited about it as I am.
You spend, years working on these, and then this is kind of the pinnacle of the whole thing.
Good luck, everybody. Have a great show tonight.
Yeah. Let's hope everything goes okay.
I'm still a little nervous.
Here we go.
The heart of my job at being an Imagineer is to truly give memories. It's kind of at the heart of what I do. What I love about doing these shows is really the children. When you watch them watch the show and the wonder in their eyes and everything that they see, it's really special.
seeing the show come to life will be an amazing sense of accomplishment. I'll be exceedingly proud of this team. They've worked very, very hard. This has been a great experience.
We've had some huge challenges and everybody's worked so well together, and it's such a wonderful project, and their work shows in the result.
The show went without a hitch. There were no issues at all tonight.
Oh, it was amazing. It was totally brilliant. I was dumbfounded.
It went perfect.
Technically, I thought the show was amazing.
I just thought it was so incredible the way that they pulled all the elements together.
I just have no idea how they do it. It was really clever.
And I would think it takes a lot of work and a lot of planning and a lot of preparation.
But they did it so well.
The last month has been particularly intense, but it was worth every single second of it.
We did it!